Use a target of some sort and keep the front heel firmly planted to the ground and drive your knee as far forward as you can. Once you've established a maximal distance where you can keep your front heel planted, go forward, side to side to explore various ranges of motion that you can through your ankle. Half kneel T-spine rotation, you're going to need objects that are the same distance as your hip to put between your knee and the wall. You're going to be kneeling on your inside knee, and what this is going to do is it's going to fix your hips so that as you rotate through your upper back or your thoracic spine, you're not going to also rotate through your hips and or your lumbar spine. Your goal is to reach your outside hand all the way towards the back wall or as far as you can comfortably without moving this hand. So make sure as you're reaching, this hand isn't sliding forward, it's staying exactly the same spot the whole time, and only go as far as you can comfortably, leading the movement with your head. Front foot elevated split squat is a hip mobility strengthening exercise. So you're going to need a block to elevate your foot about 2 to 4 inches, depends on your mobility. And then you're going to assume a split stance position. So start with your feet hip width apart, step straight back. Your back heel is going to be off the floor the entire time. Starting position of the front leg is going to be completely straight. Then you're going to bend your front knee forward, and you're going to try to drive your knee as far over your toe as you can, keeping your torso upright. So this is also working on the range of motion of your front ankle and your back hip while stabilizing and strengthening through your leg. Make sure your core is tight and your torso stays stacked directly over your pelvis. Half kneel single arm row. You're going to kneel with the same knee down as what is going to be your pulling arm. Make sure that your knee is sitting directly under your hip and your stance is aligned in the stance of a 90-90, and that you're not forming a triangle for cheating stability. So then you're going to go ahead and row. So you want it about shoulder height, and you're going to pull back. While you're pulling back, you're going to simultaneously contract the glute of the side of the knee is down. Heel elevated squat. You're going to want something to elevate your heels probably 1 to 2 inches. You can go a little bit higher. I've got a slant board, which works well, but you don't necessarily need it. This exercise is specifically going to target your quads and your inner quads at that. So what you want to do is you're going to have your feet just slightly wider than hip width apart, toes turn out slightly. You're going to descend into your squat, keeping your torso completely upright. Knees are going to shoot forward, so you should feel like you're loading your quads. You're using your core to stabilize your pelvis, and you're just going to control down as far as you can, trying to stay as upright as possible. If you're having a hard time not leaning forward, hold on to a light weight or something, and as you go down, you can reach that out in front of you. Bench plank mountain climber, you are going to go into a plank position, an incline plank position. You're going to think about driving your elbows down towards your feet, and you're going to alternate, pulling one knee up towards your elbow, trying to touch. While you're doing that, the straight leg behind you is going to be simultaneously pushing the heel down. Side lying hip abduction. is to work the muscle on the side of your butt. You do not want to work the muscle that lines right here, which is your TFL. We're looking to work more the gluteus medius. So you're going to go into a side lying position, make a head pillow. You're going to anchor your front fist to the ground. Legs are straight. You're going to move your top leg slightly behind your front leg and turn your toe down. Keep your core tight, so think about slightly pulling your ribs away from the floor, and then you're going to lift your leg up to just slightly above hip height while keeping it back. So your goal is to maintain hip extension and internal rotation of the top leg, and you want to think about activating this muscle. And sometimes it helps if you just tap the muscle gently, it will help to activate